gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Never Phase Network presents to you the #1 emo podcast in the world, Emo Kids Anonymous. I'm your host, Robb Laffoon. Unfortunately, my co-host, Amanda, could not be here today. Shout out, Amanda. Shout out, Catherine, on the boards right now. But I'm doing my best to hold it down, okay? And today we're joined by Surrender the Ghost, and this one gets, how do you say, a little fucky. So I apologize in advance. But this interview goes all sorts of ways. It's a great time. These guys promised me they'd be bringing some handgun level energy, and yeah, we got some handgun level energy here. We got some pellet guns, baby. Anyways, before we get to that, do us a favor. You can see some links down there. I need you to follow us and like that shit. You know, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that. NeverPhaseNetwork.com, EmoKidsAnonymous.com, you know, blah, 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 blah. This episode is brought to you by Brodige. Our friends over at Brodige, they'll take your face from fucky to fresh. Now you go over to Brodige.com, you enter Emo Kids at checkout. Again, EMOKIDS. Emo Kids at checkout. You get your first bottle of Brodige for only $10, okay? Look here. Look at this stuff. You got a bottle of this for only $10. And after that, I know what you're thinking. Hey, I know I'm hooked on it. What do I do? I'll tell you what you fucking do, okay? Shut up and listen. When you go back to buy it a second time, you enter Robb40 at checkout. You get your second bottle for 40% off. You get your third bottle, 40% off. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, forever. Robb40, okay? I'm helping you out. I'm doing this for you, okay? Now, with all that being said, here's my interview with Surrender the Ghost.
So why do I feel so stuck when there's a steep climb? This is my...
You got face hair and head hair. Fucking 1%er, huh?
I'm just a hairy guy. What can I say?
Yeah,
Right? Ricky's got that good hair.
We got halves in this world. There are haves and there are have-nots. You know.
Yeah. I talk about it regularly as like, I don't think the good Lord could have afforded me like the power to have a full head of hair. Like my ego.
That's what I say. That's what I say about being 5'7" and with a little dick. He's like, yeah, I couldn't give you everything. Like
a full head of hair. Like my ego's like over the top as it is. Like if I was rocking that, you know, if I looked like Conway Twitty or something in his youth, it wouldn't have been good for me.
Look, as it is.
Yeah.
Surrender the Ghost. Welcome to the show. We got Matthew, we got Ricky. Explain yourself, walk these people through it, and then we got a lot to dive into.
Yeah, I don't know. Jump in, Ricky. You explain us. Audio's good on your end, Rob. Everything sounds good.
Oh, you're golden. Yeah. We got our team all covered. You're good.
Surrender the Ghost. We are a band of dudes that got back together after giving up music for a long time. All of us kind of sat out and ended up getting back together, and it just picked up kind of where it left off for all of us individually. And now we're just kind of living our own personal dream of getting to hang out with our friends and play music and drink
Was it
beer.
The 2010s?
I mean, that was when the last time I was in a band, probably 2011.
What was it about the 2010s with people in our general age range where it kind of just like we all fell off at the same time?
Dude, I don't know.
It was a weird thing for me. Like my previous band was like grinding really hard, opening up a lot of great shows. And I remember there was this moment, like, you know, Twitter and kind of where it was at. But there was a music festival in Columbus called Fashion Meets Music. So I like pitched on Twitter and I was like, hey, man, we'd love to open up. And somebody got on there and was like, I would love to see these guys get to play this. I saw them open up for Finch. I've been dying to see them again. And I'm like, bro, we've literally played like 20 shows around town. Like you can see us anytime. Like
we're here all the time. You guys are kind of fucking bumming me out. Hold on.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Had to grab a nicotine pouch from our lovely sponsors over at Zemo. I start fiending.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it's all right. Mondays are like a weird podcast night because I feel like podcast means like, you know, you should drink. So I'm doing some dirty martinis and
I had a feeling. I ran to the store and grabbed a claw for this one. It is weird. It's funny that like half the bands walk into it like expecting a party, and then the other half will be like really nervous, like I'm fucking Katie Couric or Kurt Loder or something like that. Like this guy last week, bless his heart, Wayne, like kept asking our producer, like, what should I expect, this or that? And she's like,
I was hoping you're more of like a Matt Lauer guy, and I was gonna get like dildos in the mail. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
And be
no,
like,
yeah. I'm actually, I'm a little more of like a Anderson Cooper, like a silver fox. Old, yeah. I got Vanderbilt money here, but I'll still tug you. Yeah.
yeah,
God bless you. Yeah. God bless you, Anderson
Yeah.
Cooper. Nice guy.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Seems like a good stand-up guy.
Right. Okay. So we got Ricky. You're singing the songs. Matt, you're playing guitar as well here.
Yeah. A lot of like, I play guitar, write a lot of the initial like song structures, and demo some things out. And we really, as a band, I don't think a lot of bands do this anymore. It's very collaborative. Bring a couple of riff ideas and chorus ideas and kind of see where things grow. And that's the way I grew up, like writing music with buddies.
The old school.
You
Yeah.
get into-
We couldn't like send files. That wasn't an
Yeah.
option. Maybe you recorded like a lick, like voice memo style on a tape recorder thing, but it's like, yeah, I have this part. It's pretty cool. I have this other thing. What do we go from,
Right. And then I think some of the best parts I've ever written in music ever is like, you have an idea in your head and then the drummer's playing along and maybe he fucks something up and you're like, oh my God, no, that's brilliant. Like
Right,
the song
yeah.
should go that way. And I really love like the collaborative thing. And then, Ricky has this incredible approach and just like outlook on lyrics. When I was kind of getting this started, emo, all that bullshit, I was really on this like kick of like sad songs, loud guitars. And our bass player was like, our songs aren't sad, because like all of Ricky's lyrics are just these like super uplifting and like
Yeah.
very powerful and like improve yourself and like,
yeah, no, Ricky's got you got a level of yearn to you that I respect the shit out of. Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
So definitely not sad. And I guess like I've been like on the moniker like happy emo is what I've been trying to push. But also
We
I
did have our
kind of
first,
go.
like, there are some sad songs a little bit, but nothing too crazy. A lot of it's more self-reflective, I feel like, and it just fits our vibe because we're all just a little bit older. We've lived life a little longer than
I
some
think
of the younger.
that
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think
just
emo
fit.
gets this rep of being like, you think of like, if you were to go ask like a housewife about emo, she's thinking like cut my wrist and black my eyes, kind of,
Right.
your lipstick is collar. But it's like, those were songs written by essentially teenagers. Like,
Right.
once you're over the age of 30, like you don't really, if you're feeling those kinds of anger anymore, like you're on probation and you got some, like you're not playing in a band, you've got other issues. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at this point, we've all realized like I was thinking about it literally last night, where it's like, oh, the emo songs from back then, it was always like, oh, the girl wronged the guy, she's a slut, this or that. And it's like, historically speaking, the way it works is the guy is irresponsible and he fumbles the baddie and then he regrets it. Like that's very rarely is the girl just a whore or something. Like that's not really how the world works. But when you're angry and 16, you might think that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Different
there's
views of
also
love.
that weird shift when like the pop punk emo stuff came out. It was like which like Taking Back Sunday is like my favorite band, but like that, Brand New, a lot of the Fall Out Boy stuff, it was like all this stuff was like written with these very backhanded like
Right? Yeah, like in
song,
hindsight, a lot of it,
towards like towards the female. And it's like we definitely don't feel that way. I mean,
right? Yeah,
told
no,
Ricky, I
like
was
you look, some of those, they got like thinly veiled, not even thinly veiled, like full on death, like
right,
baby
right.
wrap a locket around your throat, and weigh you down, and you look so good at like that. That's too much, Peter Wentz. Like
Yeah, for sure. I told Ricky, I was like, hey, if you want to write some diss tracks about my wife, go ahead. He hasn't
Ricky,
taken me up on it yet.
Yeah, have you been thinking about it though?
Not much put together on that front, I'll be honest.
Matt's over there like, maybe in the background there's like a gang vocal where we just say like, if she doesn't put the dishes away, she's being a bitch. And Ricky's like, that's really specific, bro. Like that doesn't really fit the cadence. And Matt, you're just like, trust me, like it fits.
Yeah.
Oh man. If I can sidebar for a second, my dog
Yes.
brought home a gift last night. She like ran away for about an hour and comes home with a goose foot in her mouth. So
All right.
if we, yeah,
Like a literal foot.
Yeah, she was gnawing on it in the back. I mean, I was like, and I'm saying all this because I might have turned my kids into accidental emos because I was like, I'm done with this dog. And my youngest daughter, she's like 11, she's upstairs bawling, and she's like, Dad said he's done with Gracie.
Yeah. It's a lot of feelings. Yeah. That's
so
a lot
mad
of feelings
at
for an 11-year-old.
Yeah. It was a legit goosefoot. So she is just out in the street eating some roadkill. And
Wow, nice.
Giving you that
Sorry,
look at your doorstep, like, did I
Right.
please you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very familiar.
I think goose legs are lucky.
Are they? Is that? I'll bring it to the rehearsal
In
space.
certain regions of China.
It's
Yeah.
like, isn't it? It's a rabbit's foot. If rabbit's feet are lucky, then why not a goose leg? You know?
Yeah, I'm worried that she's like kicked off a whole new like COVID variant.
Yeah,
or
right.
something,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. You start chewing on duck leg. Yeah, we're gonna get all sorts of infectious diseases. We know when it starts in Ohio that it's you guys. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm not looking forward to that, but man, I could use a COVID vacation again. I had a couple of those where
I could
was
use one of those PPPEs or whatever now that I got a business going here. Like, I'll
Right.
take Emo Kids Anonymous is looking for handouts right now. Let's just say.
Oh
You
man,
can
I'm sure
treat us like the Lehman Brothers.
I'm sure everybody's was on this, but man, during that time, which was a crazy time for everybody, but like, man, taking out our recycling sounded like a rowdy night at a dive bar. It was just like, I'd take it out to the street and it's just like alcohol sales. They were doing well.
Oh,
Yeah, they were doing numbers. They were doing, yeah. I didn't drink a lot before then. And yeah, I remember I was living with my son's mom, but we like didn't like each other at all. We were broken up, but like we didn't get along, and we were both dating other people. And it was this awkward thing where one of us would come home for half the day. You know, like one of us would be out at the other person's house, and then like we'd kind of switch like on kid duty kind of thing. And then like a week into the pandemic, it's like, well, this isn't gonna end. We should all just hang out here. And then like a week into hanging out there, I was like, oh, this sucks. I gotta get out of here.
terrible idea.
Now I have a
Should've
kid
been
with
like-
the other girl too. Yeah, and it's a whole Anyways, Surrender the
Should've been like,
Ghost.
This isn't going well, but I brought you a goose. I brought you a goose foot. Maybe we
Right?
could mend some fence.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Here, they're lucky in certain parts of China. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
What's the Aubrey Plaza obsession here? Who's the one perving for Aubrey? What's going on here?
Well,
what's
it's
the
kind
roots
of-
here?
I mean,
Isn't it really?
Everybody, everybody's kind of
that's
perving
fair.
for Aubrey.
That's fair.
Really, we went into the studio and it was a strange setup. We were on a small label for a little while, and they're like, we were recording our first EP, and
Which one?
they are like, well, I guess it's technically kind of our second one. Our first one was really rushed and like at a low budget studio. We were recording the Everything is Everything EP.
Okay.
And the label's like, hey, we're going to put out vinyl, but just full lengths. So we're like, bet. We're going to come back in the studio in like 5 months and do another EP. And then we just got so busy with shows. We had the time booked. We got in there. We actually wrote Aubrey Plaza probably about 2 weeks before going into the studio and hammered it out. And we all just like loved it. And we really went into the studio without any kind of general idea of like how a song name or anything. And, you know, Ricky's big with like pulling something from the lyrics, and he has really great lyrics. And I just told the producer, I was like, hey, we don't have a song title for this. I was like, I've been calling it Anne Hathaway. And he's like, no. He's like, let's call it Aubrey Plaza. And then from there,
Surrender the
added the-
Ghost endorsed the brunette scene. Wow. Yeah.
yeah. And the love thing is from a stupid beer run. I ran into a guy at a beer store. He's like, I love your tattoos. If I ever showed you mine, I'm going to show you mine. He pulls his sleeve up and he has Love Dolly Parton tattooed on his arm. And the story goes that he was at a Dolly Parton show and he's like, Dolly, 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 sign my, autograph me. And she writes Love Dolly Parton. He goes straight to the tattoo shop and like gets it tattooed. Which is like the raddest tattoo story
I was just
ever,
saying,
man.
it crosses a line of like, is that weird to being like, no, that's sick. That's
Yeah,
sick.
dude. So
That's
the
sick.
Love Aubrey Plaza kind of came from there, and we just kind of rolled. I love like stupid. I mean, That's the whole like early aughts emo thing, right? Like the
I was gonna
stupidest
say, yeah,
song
that's the one.
titles.
Yeah, that's probably the connecting dot. Even now, like the young kids these days are coming up with the stupidest fucking song titles I've ever heard. Yeah,
Crazy.
it's yeah, great.
So I love like a good tongue in cheek, and our bass player loves it too. So we got it to stick, and maybe to Ricky's dismay. And I was like, I think this is going to be awesome. And, it's got us on Emo Kids Anonymous. So it's,
Yeah.
And I think did they do like a NapNet? Someone with
NapNet, NapNet got on it. And, it was like that, dude, we did that. And I wrote him back on the email. I was like, I'm sorry, we're idiots, because like because the way we answered all the questions was.
Who was it? Was it with Swimo or
Ryan?
Cam? Ryan. Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan's
Yeah.
Ryan's like my I love that man. Yeah, I love that.
And
guy a lot.
I was just like, I'm sorry, we're idiots, man. And he was just
he's just a big old fucking goofy Ohio motherfucker. Like, yeah, he's a good time.
And he's like, oh my God, I love these, like all the answers. So yeah, like it's I don't know, it's a good song title, maybe not, but it's a great song.
It grabs attention. Yeah. People will stop. People, if search history results are any indication in analytics on Google, Aubrey Plaza does better numbers than whatever other combination of words you could have put together there.
Yeah.
Ricky was really honestly just banking on a cease and desist to see if that could elevate us.
I was gonna say the cease and desist would be good too.
Yeah, no publicity is bad publicity,
Yeah, getting sued by Aubrey Plaza.
I feel like she'd appreciate. She seems like the type that would appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what's your favorite Aubrey Plaza role? That was one of our questions on NapNet.
That was one of the ones Ryan put that on it. That was great. Parks and Rec, obviously, but there's this film she's in with Zachary Efron and the guy from the third funniest guy from Workaholics. And she's like one of their dates. It's like Zach and something need wedding dates.
Yep.
Perfect, shitty little like 2000s style comedy. I think I'm pretty sure she's in there, and I'm pretty sure she's like kind of sketchy. I'm gonna go with that one. What about you guys? Yeah.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Yeah, for sure. Like I can't think of anything better than Parks and Rec, like you said. That's my go-to. Like even Chris Pratt in that show was like so different than he is now. And there's so many people like, what Nick Offerman, like who played Ron Swanson. Like there's so many like just actors in that show that went on to do bigger things, and it was such a good show. Like I rewatched it recently, and I'm still cracking up like in every episode. It's so funny.
It's funny. I didn't watch it when it came out. I didn't watch it till like way later. I assumed it sucked because my thinking was like it was on NBC, and I'm like, I'm watching It's Always Sunny and South Park and stuff. Like, what can you really? How funny can you be on NBC?
Yeah,
and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I said Honey Don't, which is a newer film that she is in with Margaret Qualley and Chris Evans.
Oh, Margaret Qualley? Margaret Qualley? That girl?
Yes.
Yeah, she's married to Jack Antonoff. That's all I know about her.
Yeah. Well, in the movie, her and Aubrey Plaza's character have a torrid love affair, and Aubrey Plaza's a cop, and she's psychotic. And
what's this movie called?
Honey Don't. It's streaming on Netflix. Like any movie that I ever purchase comes like streaming services. Like,
oh, Ethan Cohen directed it. Yeah,
it's solid. It's weird. It's maybe not your best 90 minutes you've ever spent, but it's not your worst.
Yeah. This episode, you guys are gonna give me more trouble than fucking handguns.
No,
anyways,
that's impossible.
No. There's a rumor, right? There's a rumor right now. Jake from Handguns he's on the road touring, and he hit me up like a month ago in my DMs and was just like, hey man, like, like explaining himself this or that. And I was like, you don't gotta explain yourself. That shit was hilarious to me. Like it fucking sucked in the moment, but afterwards I'm like, that's funny. And he's like, I'm driving through there. I'm touring. I'm gonna play in San Diego. He thought I lived in San Diego still. So he's like, I'm playing in San Diego and this band Icona is opening for me. And I go look, and I'm like, Icona is coming on our show the next day after that. But he does this thing with touring, which this is fucking genius. I'm gonna put you guys onto this. His thing is like, okay, so you're touring. This is expensive to tour. That's, you got to take off work. This motherfucker just bought a flatbed truck, and he like is a trucker on the side. So he's like trucking from town to town, doing doing runs, and then playing at venues in the towns.
Oh,
I saw he was like turning the flatbed truck into like a prompt to venue also.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I had gotten turned on to handguns years ago when they're on kind of first coming up. They're opening up for Hawthorne Heights and stuff.
Yeah, they were.
And,
I knew the name when they came. I wasn't familiar with them. In 2010s, I was gone, but like
Yeah.
I knew the name, and I was like, oh, they came on as a favor. And I oh my god, yeah, I was like, I thought these guys were really, and they are like, people comment all were like, yo, we love handguns. I'm just like,
yeah,
all right.
that was a pretty fun, wild episode because I was listening and I was just like,
Yeah, the cops.
what
came.
the actual fuck is happening?
The fucking Amanda's internet stops working. She's texting me and she's like, fuck these guys. I don't like wrap it up. Like they're so disrespectful. She's fucking heated. And I'm just like, I'm trying to wrap it up. And then the cops show up. But at the same time, there's this guy in this fake lawyer outfit that I'm totally entranced by Charlie Basil. I'm like trying to get the scoop on this like gimmick going on. I was
right.
And the police are here because my son is just like, he's got autism, and I swear he's got like some like terrier senses where he realizes like it's stressful, and he just starts like kicking as hard as he can, like, and the downstairs neighbors called the cops.
Oh,
Like the cops came in and like they made me like shit. Like they're like, can we see your son? And I'm like, this is fucking humiliating. This is like I'm getting like a wellness check in the middle of an interview. Like, it's fine. Like, how do I explain? He's got autism. He's nonverbal. Sometimes he wigs out. The downstairs neighbors know this. If you guys are listening down there, that was fucked up.
you're like, no. You can't meet my son. But would you like to finish up this interview with handguns?
Yeah, can you talk to this band here? Can you talk to handguns for me? These guys need some intervention from some sort of legal team or a professional team. I don't know.
Yeah, I told you we'd get wild like handguns, and really, I mean, I feel like this is Ricky. You can attest to this. This is pretty PG for me.
Yeah, this is relaxed.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's what I told Catherine before. I was like, all right, I'm gonna run to the store and I gotta grab a drink. I was like, they said handguns, and I'm like, I was on edge. I was like,
oh,
dude, these guys could be fucking animals.
Speaking of drinking, we've started. We're like halfway good at everything. It's kind of like the story of my life. I'm like kind of pretty good at everything.
Yeah,
and
jackass of all trades, they call it.
Right. So we're starting a Ghostie shotgun social club. All you have to do is you shotgun a drink of your choice. It can be a cold brew coffee. Videotape it, send it to us. We share it, and you get an exclusive members only pin.
That's sick.
You're supposed to be getting like merch discounts and shit too, but we probably won't come through on that. Like, we'll probably just still
not unless it's mentioned in person.
Right? Yeah, unless they really bring it up. Yeah, then we get called out on it, kind of thing.
And actually, I need to like reword it so it somehow is phrased where you actually pay more for the merch. Like, it didn't say 5. It was a 5% tariff on the merch, not a discount.
Yeah. You guys aren't. Yeah, what? It's not a tax.
Right.
Look at the guy. It's not a tax.
So
I'm not supposed to bring him up on this show anymore because I've threatened to. I'm gonna get a knock on the door. I've said some stuff about how we should Luigi him, and it's a whole thing. I'm not allowed to talk about.
Oh, we can move on quick.
But I'm joking about it when I talk about doing that. It's always satirical. Producer says we're cutting the references to. Okay, yeah. All right, we got to move on.
Yep.
Surrender the Ghost. We start releasing music a few years ago. What was it like coming back to this music world after so much time away? And the whole gambit of how shit works has changed.
It's really weird. I was actually just bitching to my wife about this, and there's a part of me that like really lust for like this older era of music. Like, I grew up and I was booking bands and playing with bands like Punchline and Capture the Flag. And if you remember Go-Kart Records, but that was like super early. Like,
Hell yeah.
so like back then,
Go-Kart
you
Records
could,
used to do some really cool compilations, am I right?
yeah, for sure.
I feel like I know Go-Kart from some compilations.
Yeah. So back then you could live off of like an EP for probably a year, and go out and play shows, tour on it. And like now,
It still
like,
felt fresh, you mean?
yeah. And that cycle now is just like release, 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 release. And then, that feed the algorithm. And I was bitching to my wife. I was like, in this era, like you have to also be a content creator, a social media manager, a graphic designer.
Yep.
It's like all of this shit. And I'm just like, all of that stuff makes me be like, oh my God, dude, this is so much. But, my wife, when I started wanting to play music again, she's like, no, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that shit again.
I was like, I'm just writing an EP, but I only have this like one speed where I'm all in, it's like,
You start doing it, you start booking a run of shows, all the same thing. It's like, well, I'm making up a song. Like, why would I just make up a song to make up a song? There has to be 5 other accompanying songs. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well book a show. And if I'm booking one, I might as well book 6.
right.
That's how it goes.
If we went out and played basketball tomorrow, I would start thinking about going to a community college and trying to walk onto the ball. I'd be like, I think I could do it.
I got a decent jumper. I got hustle. Like, there's like 12 spots on the team. There's no scholarships. Most of the good players are already playing D1. Plus, there's international ball. Like, there's openings.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just like, that's my speed. So I'm like all in. And so
the
I
same
guess,
thing happened to me when I was like 22 years old. I thought I was going to go walk on to the community college football team that I already quit when I was 18 because I wasn't good enough. I was like, you know what? Like, I got some cleats. I'm pretty fast for a white boy. Like, my hands are still. And it's like, I didn't even enroll in the school again.
Is that what the show Chad Powers is based off of?
It's basically right. I watched that show. Yeah, it's basically just some dude going back to the community college. Community college ball is sick. Yeah, because there's 120 some Division I schools. So if you're not playing Division I, division football, bold subdivision, Division II, Division III, you're playing community. You either got a criminal record or you're not great.
Right. Yeah. In Ricky's case, both.
Yeah, or both. Yeah. Nothing wrong. We got that too.
But yeah, so stepping back into music, it was a lot. It took a long time to like get a band together and to find like-minded people that like still wanted to grind and not just be like, oh yeah, cool, this is like fun, because I do want to take it serious. I want to push as hard as possible. I mean, I got kids, a family, day job, like the whole band does. And
but the day jobs suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually suck. It would be much more cool to play shows. And it's like, if there's a chance to do that, wouldn't we rather do that?
Yeah. Yeah. So once we started releasing music and like seeing the response and getting in front of crowds, and I think our very first show, like Ricky, you can talk about like the merch situation.
Yeah, well, our first show we opened for Alien Ant Farm, and that was quite the first one to jump back into. I mean, talk about jumping in the deep end. And I didn't really, I mean, we were opening. I didn't expect there to be that many people there. I don't know what it is about those fans. They show up early, man, and it was great. There was probably
Alien Ant Farm's got shooters, bro. You wouldn't think. They got shooters.
It was crazy, and we had all of our people come out because it was our first show, like friends and family. So it was a pretty big opening show. I mean, we were all nervous. I know Mark, our drummer, was like pretty. It's been a long time since any of us had played in front of that many people. Maybe first for some of us. So I was like, this is cool. And then we went on. We crushed it. We had a great time. And then merch was just like it. Every show we've had, somehow we've had pretty good merch sales. We never expected that. We don't expect people to buy our stuff.
No.
But when it happens, it's that much more special and it feels appreciated, So it's like, it's just cool when you feel like people are enjoying what you're putting out there. You know what I mean?
I've been developing this theory very recently, like the last 2 minutes, that because we don't buy, like, back in the day you had like there's this episode of King of the Hill where Bobby has to set the budget and he has like he's like Hank's like, you have spent more on CDs, like that's our entire entertainment budget for the month, you know. It's like you used to have to go buy CDs and it's like you don't have to do that anymore. Music is this thing that's kind of this or that. Like I feel like people are more willing to buy merch, or even like the spending like a couple $100s to go to like the Jimmy Eat World tour right now. I'm pretty sure like if you want floor seats, it's a couple $100, which is
Wow.
fucking insane to me. Like that should be
That's
like
wild.
even if you factor in inflation, that should be like $90 or something. Like I got Bruce Springsteen tickets, 10 years ago. It's like $100. Like Jimmy Eat
Right.
World, you ain't Bruce, brother. Like it's
Yeah.
but people are more willing to pay these because music is seen as this like free commodity now. Like, yeah, you're paying Apple or Spotify the $10, but you're kind of getting the rest of it for free. So it's not like grabbing you the same way. So when something does grab you, you want something to like remember it, because you don't just have a CD there anymore.
Yeah.
Taking Back Sunday is just like their new tour with Bayside. It's like coming through Columbus, and I've seen them a million fucking times.
Yeah, we don't get that tour. I'm bummed.
Yeah. But they're with Fred again, and they're doing like, obviously it's the Louder Now 20 years. So I'm like, I'm going. And I got on there, and not Jimmy Eat World prices, but like, dude, tickets were like $70. And I was like, the fuck, dude? I was like, this is
Taking Back Sunday to me as a band too. Like, I think the issue with Taking Back Sunday is they never really went away.
Yeah, that's
it's like
100.
You know what I mean? Like whereas like TBS was like a borderline arena band, I would say at one point. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like let's say 04 to 07, like Where You Want to Be to Louder Now, like they got songs on the Spider-Man soundtrack and shit like that. Like those are like Make Damn Sure, like they're a very big band, but then they never go away. There's the Fozzy era. Like, I'm a big Taking Back Sunday fan. Like, I still don't think I've ever listened all the way through to the Self-Titled or Happiness Is or Tidal Wave even, like,
Yeah.
and it's just like it just keeps happening kind of, whereas like I feel like if they went away like MCR did or something like that, like I'm not saying they're coming back to stadiums, but they're definitely coming back and people are like, oh my God, it's Taking Back Sunday, and that $70 would be like more rational.
Well, I mean, that's like the Blink-182 recipe, right? Like you take it away, and Fall Out Boy followed that, and MCR, and now those bands are just like,
I call it the McRib
huge.
theory, where it goes away. It's literally just like it's like I'm in marketing, so it's like a lot of it is like there's like a lot of like fatigue, if something is advertised, like Taylor Swift, people, if you go on the internet, it sounds like everyone hates Taylor Swift now. They're so sick of Taylor Swift, but it's just like the thing is, no one really, it's just like most people are just kind of tired of hearing about Taylor Swift because she never went away.
Right.
But if Taylor Swift is gone for 2 years and in 2028 is the next Taylor Swift record, she'll own the planet again. It's just like too much of, it's not special. Whereas like, I know when the McRib is back, Blink, like Green Day is, they're the fucking goats. But it's like when Green Day comes to town, I don't give a shit. Like I didn't care about Saviors,
Yeah. I mean, you see all that shit playing out right now with like Hilary Duff, right? Like this huge bump. Everyone's like Hilary Duff, and it's like,
Yeah.
she was she was like such a mid star, anyways, right?
And like, no offense, Hilary, if you're watching this, my dear, love to have you on. Love to have your husband Matthew Coma if you guys want to come on the show. But like, what the fuck, right? You guys, like, what the fuck? She's doing the Forum in Inglewood. She's like, I think she's doing 2 nights at the Forum.
Yeah. I will say this. Strong cheekbones, and I'm into it.
Yeah.
Like her cheekbones are like strong, and I'm like, that's a good cut. I got like a strong chin, butt chin, but like, I don't got those cheekbones, man. Like, I don't know if that's like a makeup illusion definition.
No,
but
that's just, good. I got to grab another drink. You guys are fucking animals. No, but I will say, I was sent the Hilary Duff sampled. Hilary Duff did a Damn It sample on her record.
Right.
I have been sent this song so many times. I'm asking you if you're watching this, please don't send me this song anymore. I've heard it. Trust me, I have heard it. Like everybody, Amanda sent it to me. Every person has sent it to me. Like, oh, I'm like, I've heard. Yes, she fucking sampled the most popular Blink-182 song ever. Cool. Like,
Yeah. What if she would have sampled like Lemmings? Then I'd be hyped.
Right? Yeah.
You know.
Give me an apple shampoo, like give me like a toe, like give me Hilary Duff doing like a "Do you want to know what I think of you" kind of thing, like something. Yeah. Show a little, like, damn it, that doesn't impress me. You're not winning me over as a ball knower, Hilary.
Right. I'm with
what
it,
I
man.
find fascinating, and this is deep enough in here where hopefully Hilary, I know you're a big fan if you're not watching now. What I find fascinating is Hilary's husband is in Good Charlotte.
Oh shit! Really?
Matthew Coma is her husband. He's in the band Winnetka Bowling League, and I was at this thing for Atlantic Records, like in the fall or in the summer, where like we got to go to their practice space and they played, and I realized who it was like a few days later, and I'm like, oh shit, he's just in the band with Joel. Like, is that we like fast like fascinating?
Yeah.
I don't have a good Charlotte story like that, but years ago when Good Charlotte was popping, I was in a record store and some aunt was in there and she's like, I want to buy a record for my niece and she really loves this band Good Charlotte. And I had just seen on the shelf like Used Kids. Used Kids is the record shop, one of the best record stores, the best record store in Central Ohio, maybe. You know, I don't want to say nation because I'm not that well versed, but I was like,
that
hey,
culture, but yeah.
I was like, this album, The Get Up Kids, Red Letter Day, like this will be like, she'll love it. And the sales clerk was like, I don't think she's going to like that. She's listening to Good Charlotte. And I was like, but I didn't really know what Good Charlotte sounded like. I just knew they were kind of pop punky. And I was like,
yeah, but you're probably also thinking pop punk at the time. You're probably thinking like Lagwagon or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, you're thinking like some like fun skate punk with some harmonies or something. You're not thinking TRL.
Yeah. And then I'm like, here, check out this Get Up Kids. So I wonder, maybe she became a huge Get Up Kids fan. Maybe she's listening now.
I think that's why like bands like a Good Charlotte, like they were important. You know what I mean? Like yeah, older kids, it's Pose or this or that, but it's like I'm 13 years old when I first heard Good Charlotte, and I thought that shit was kind of cool. I didn't know it was uncool till other kids told me it was cool, but because of Good Charlotte, I got more into like a Rancid or something, for example. You know what I mean? Like it's a gateway drug. It has its
Yeah, I think
I loved Good Charlotte, Simple Plan, Bowling for Soup. I loved all that music when I was younger. And
so I think my hierarchy of like the super poppy punk bands, I think Good Charlotte was the best of them, honestly. And then I'd say simple Bowling for Soup is like, the thing is with Bowling for Soup is like, I think Jared is just such like a song, like a pop smith. He writes very, very good songs.
Yeah.
But Good Charlotte was like the whole package. I don't know if like street culture, like streetwear, like cool, like hip hop fashion was really a thing in our world at all before Good Charlotte, you know? Like we weren't really dressing like the rappers back then. Like those were totally different worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think about it because like I'm at the age where like, I was the same age when Good Charlotte was like breaking and making through, so like now I see it as where, Ricky is like, in his mid 30s, and I see where like, yeah, there was like a huge importance. What'd you say, Ricky?
I said early 30s.
Early 30s.
That's why he's got so much hair on both sides.
I'll be 34 in June. That's how. Then that counts as mid.
34 is middle. Yeah. Once you 33. 34 to 36 is middle. I turned 37 in July. I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I just hit it with like I'm 40. 40s.
Are you talking about the Mike Gundy thing?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a man.
I'm 40. That's one of the greatest takes ever, dude. I just saw your bit on that. That is one of the greatest
I got my
takes
glasses
ever.
and I got these. I had to go film some stuff for Protege, and I got some of the meta glasses from Benji's mom, and I was just like, I look older, and I was like, there's.
Oh, fuck you. You're talking about meta glasses. I was about to tell some real old man shit, dude.
No.
I
I needed the meta glasses to film things to make the Midtown guy laugh. But like, I was like, fuck, I look like a 45-year-old hardcore guy like this, like non-derogatory. It's cool. Like that's cool to me, but it's like, I no longer look like a washed up, like 35-year-old, like I look older here. But, and I was like, I just started thinking of the Mike Gundy clip. Just like, I'm a man, I'm 40.
I went to my eye doctor and he's like, you need readers. And I'm like, oh, bullshit. I went back like 2 years later and he's like, you need readers. And I was playing guitar one morning. I was like, my God, I can't see these strings.
You're just guessing on the strings and the frets.
I put my readers on. I was like, that's better. And that sucks.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not happy about this one bit.
My daughter just got glasses and she's like, Dad, this is you. I have mine here, but I don't want to do it because I look so fucking old. But I like, when you wear readers, they got to sit like down
They
here.
got to sit all low. Yeah, you got that like Jim Hart, like you start
Dude,
looking like my dad or something like that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That was my problem. Is I put them on. I was like, I look like my fucking dad right now.
Yeah,
Like my
Glasses
dad's
are
a cool
great
guy and all,
invention.
but I don't want to be that motherfucker.
No, yeah.
I heard he fucks shit up in the pit still.
Oh yeah, I know. My dad would throw down he'd throw a fucking fist in the pit. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, no. I don't know if my dad's ever even been in a pit. He's a right winger. I don't know if he knows. I don't know about that shit. I'd like to take him. I was at a show a few months ago, and I brought this up a few times. If you're listening to this, Berkeley, I love you. But thoughts on bowling? Great band, like 20-year-old emo band. And Berkeley jumps off the stage, and like I catch him, and he's like, "I can't believe I saw you. Like I can't believe you're here." And I thought he meant like he thought I was here, like surprised I was there in the pit and that I was old. And like there was multiple episodes we did where Thoughts on Bowling would come up and I'd be like, this motherfucker Berkeley. And he came on and was like, I meant because I see you on the internet. I don't think you're old, Rob. I'm like, Berkeley, I'm old enough to have like irresponsibly been your father. Like your mother and I, like your mom follows us on Instagram. I've seen her. We could have gone to grade school together. She could have been in the 5th grade while I was in the 2nd grade. Like, you don't make me feel good about this. So it's nice to have some adults on this show. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys have any younger bands that you've seen or dealt with that you like?
Go ahead, Ricky.
Well, I mean, I would say minus some of them are pretty younger.
Yeah,
like the
those
local
dudes are
band
younger
here.
than us.
Yeah. There are. I mean, you run into a bunch of younger bands, but I mean, I really like Palette Knife is a local Columbus band that I really like, and they're a little bit younger too.
Good.
And I love Local Connection. They have a new EP coming out.
They have a new fucking full length, and they're coming on our show in a month. And I got sent the record. Palette Knife is a band that like the Sleep Paralysis. The single is so, but there's like multiple where it's just like it's got this like Fall Out Boy like pop sensibility to it. Where it's like if you get this, if you were to put this in front of the normies, they'll love Palette Knife. Like that's a great band. How old is Palette? Like I couldn't tell. I assume everyone's my age, so I talked to them and I realized they're 19.
Well, I don't think they're 19. I think they're probably maybe late 20s.
Okay.
I would guess maybe
frontal
30,
lobe is developed.
But but dude, the lead singer, he can shred and sing at the same time, man. It's like I've seen them live, and I'm all if they're a 3-piece, they just fucking shred.
Jesus.
They're fun. Kind of like Saturdays at your place.
Same thing. And Saturdays they got a drummer like
Singer.
Gabe is singing back there. It's so wild to me. Yeah,
really, really talented. And
I always assume that I am the same age as everybody else around me.
Right? Yeah. I'm whatever. If you're 45, I'm 45. If you're 25, I'm 25. Until I make a reference that you don't get, or until I make a reference that I don't get, and then I'm like, oh shit, never mind. Like we didn't grow up in the same world.
I always say like I always feel like a kid until like my lower back and knees like remind me like, hey motherfucker, no, like
I'm lucky. I have no body pain at all. I'm lucky there.
Yeah, that must be the CBD or something.
Yeah, I'm also like 5'7" and 150 pounds probably. So there's just like not a lot of there's not a lot of pressure coming down on my knees. I can kind of just
Gravity
like
from your side.
do whatever I want.
One of the weird things you're talking about, like the way the music scene has changed, and I think this might be COVID. And I guess, Rob, I know you played music for a number of years. Like, so what was like the dive bar scene and shit like out west like? Like, did you guys play until like 2 in the fucking morning?
No. You played until
Never?
you played. If you're playing a shitty bar, so if you want to play like a decent venue, unless you were like it's a lot more open now, where it's like, I swear to God, these kids, you fucking kids are so spoiled now. In our era, it was like you're playing a shitty dive bar where it's like you're playing a shitty bar where they have, and what happens a lot here, because I lived in San Diego for a while. I first started playing in bands in Alberta, Canada, where like there was more of a scene there maybe, but I mean, I was a teenager. I wasn't old enough to play at bars, but like, you're playing in a shitty bar where it's like, okay, we're playing like Weezer, Strokesy kind of bubblegum rock music. And then after us is a metal band. And then like a 9-piece R&B, it's like they're strictly booking with the intent of drawing heads, like, can you bring this many people? And then if you want to play a decent venue, it's the same thing, but everything was pre-sale.
Okay.
Which
I
sucked.
mean, the pre-sale thing was like that was popping up a lot, like in my previous band, like 2015 and stuff. But see, I remember growing up when I first really started playing in like the early aughts, like, dude, load in at like the most popular dive bar, Bernie's, R.I.P. in Columbus, was 9 p.m. And I can't tell you how many nights, like, the first band didn't start until 10, and like headliner would be going on at like 1 in the morning, and that was a fucking Tuesday. And now like we got a show coming up and we're like playing at 11.
Playing at 7:45?
Yeah, people are like, oh my God, that's so late, 11 o'clock. I'm like, it's a fucking bar. Like,
that's the way, and that was always like, I remember when we'd play like a bar, I'd always want to play, like, we'd be there and I'd be like, oh, they're running 20 minutes behind. I'd be like, sick, perfect. No one's going to leave the bar. Like, you're not,
right.
If you're having a good time, you're not leaving until close anyways. Like, let us play at 11:30. And then our guitarist, Justin, fucking King Justini, would always be like, hey, I got to wake up at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Can we like maybe switch with someone earlier? I'm like, no, we fucking can't. Like,
yeah, no, can you sack up and go to work drunk like a normal person?
Yeah.
Like,
Can you go teach kids how to drive a little tipsy like a normal fucking human?
Oh, dude, I think, dude, you could ask some people. I would probably be a better teacher. I should watch myself. Now I sound like really irresponsible.
You're good.
I'm just only super mildly irresponsible.
Same thing. The irresponsibility changes when you have kids, though. Same thing. Like, where it's like, okay, like, I'm not going to get myself in real trouble. I need to feed other humans. Like,
right. So now, after these couple of whiskeys, I should have a soda water.
Yeah.
And then, like, sober up.
Yeah, I switched to weed and Mountain Dew. That's my trick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, like the scene was different, and now like bands, like I said, like I mean, I like it better, I like the early shows, like everything kind of runs as like a promotional company, like show where, shows are usually over by like 11 or midnight. And but I can't tell you how many times I stepped off stage at like 2:30 in the morning. And, there's
I feel like that stopped in like 2008 or 9 or something like that. Like, like 7, 8, 9, 10, like around then across America venues. Like, you know what it was? It was those fucking assholes with the turntables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They started running DJ night to close out shit. So bands would have to be done by 11 so they can have someone spin the records from 11 to 2.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, honestly, like more people want to come out to like fucking karaoke night or like emo nights than they want to like go see live bands.
Yes, bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's and the thing was back then, like, you play like super late. Like there's like this key to what you were talking about. You know, you're playing in front of when you're playing late, you're playing in front of the drunkest crowd, so you get the rowdiest crowd.
Yeah, they're having a good time. They're gonna have a good time.
But also, you might be the drunkest that you are at that time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
playing drunk is not an exact science. It's a science, but it's not an
it's like one of
exact
those video
science.
games. I think of like the old WWE where it's like you had to hit the thing at the exact spot to like kick out of
Right.
the pin or something like that. And it's just going really fast. And like, yeah, you got to be hitting things really. I remember I played a show one time. It was one of the last shows when we were like a full-time band. It was 2017. And I had just been prescribed Adderall and I took too many of them. And my hand, it was like, and I was drinking too. And it was like, you know, in Guitar Hero when you hit the wrong notes and it's just like makes it, and 60. I was hitting wrong notes 60 to set. Like I couldn't physically hold down like a power. Like I couldn't hold down a bar chord. Like I'm playing rhythm part. Like I'm not doing anything fancy, but it's like my hand fucked up so bad. But the sound at this venue, you couldn't hear the guitar at all, and you could just hear the vocals. And I was singing like a motherfucker, so it worked out. But like it was where it's like, oh, we're playing later. I better, because I'm irresponsible. Same thing. Like, all right, yeah, we're fine. Like, let's keep going. Like, blah blah blah. And then you're playing an hour later, and you get up there, and you're like, oh, every now and then I do have a lead part. Fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you miss that. Yeah. It sounds like shit when you miss it too much.
Yeah.
I was talking about it. We recently added a third guitar player for harmonies and backing vocals and stuff. And I was like, playing drunk isn't an exact science. And he's like, I would venture to say it's not science at all. It's like, well, I don't know.
What?
I have a
It's up to you to decide.
I have a hypothesis going. I feel like that's the start of any good scientific endeavor, right?
Wow. That's true. That's very true. Ricky, you playing you're up there with just a microphone, so you can be the one guy that kind of lets loose. Are you letting loose, or is it just these animals?
You know, when I joined the band, I told Ellis the first thing was like, I'm gonna need to work on my stage presence because I played guitar in my last band. I mean, I sang and played guitar in the other band, but it's different being on stage with nothing as a security blanket. You know, like a
It's
guitar.
exactly what it is. You're like hidden behind a guitar.
Yeah, and like you don't have to like I'm not really a dancer, so I'm like trying to come up with moves and like be active and have energy and like, you know, show that on
Swinging that
stage.
shit.
It took me a while, man, and I'm still not even to the point where I feel like I could be, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like Ellis was like, swing it like you know, TBS, and I'm like, bro, I don't know about that, you know, like we ended up switching to a wireless mic.
Right? Yeah, you're like, I got a wire, like I can just flip it a couple of times. I had
Yeah,
the same
right.
where for years, like same thing, like I'd hiding behind, like it's comfortable with the guitar there. Like, yeah, you have something protecting you, and there's something you're doing
Yeah.
with your hands, and blah blah blah. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, if I were to ever play a show again, it's like I'd want to pay someone $150 to play my stupid guitar part, and just like let me Frank Sinatra, let me swing that bitch around, let me throw it around my neck, like. I'm comfortable enough now where it's like, oh, like I realize like I'm not bringing much to the table with the guitar. Just
Yeah.
put on a show. But like, yeah, like you're kind of the MC of the night, you know, like when you're just the vocalist, like it's kind of, you start feeling like it's on you. Like
You gotta work the crowd. You gotta talk in between songs, come up with not stupid things to say. And especially if you are drunk and you're playing at the end of the night, then it's like, all right, let's try and think of clever things on stage. And the way you
Right.
give Ellis make
4
sure
other
he has,
bands have played and they've already hammered out all the basic shit you could have done. You can't say shit about
Right.
the city anymore or fucking the bartender, how many drinks people have had. Like everyone's already used your material.
yeah, we gotta get creative.
So we have a story when we opened up for Saosin in Cleveland. This is like a 2-part story. So clearly you're like a football fan, Rob. So, you know, Deshaun Watson, Cleveland Browns, all that shit.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with the masseuse. Yeah, the masseuse man.
Yeah. So we have a song called We Don't Do Pity that the hook that Ricky wrote is fuck you and fuck this city. So we like sing this up in Cleveland and Ricky's like, not you, Cleveland. We love you. And I was like, we love Cleveland. Everybody but Deshaun Watson. That guy can go fuck himself. And because I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. But
Fair.
at that,
Guy fucking, milked you guys for what, $230 million? Yeah.
Dude, it's crippled the it crippled the franchise for years.
You got 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks on your team. You're fine.
But Ricky at that show was high on pharmaceuticals, and I'll let him take it from here.
Oh, dude, I got sick as hell. We were on the road down to Cleveland, and I started feeling like, man, I don't feel that good. Like, I just really don't feel good. I don't know what's going on. It's only a 2-hour drive, but like that drive there, it was during the day. I started getting like hot, just like feeling uncomfortable. I was getting sick. And I was like, all right, we need to stop and get some Dayquil. And like, I'm just going to take some vitamin C and
Pacifico.
And
He's
Pacifico.
like Dayquil and Pacifico.
Because I'm like, I'll just take cold medicine and then drink it off. So I won't feel it. So I won't
All right.
That was a great idea.
I like your thought process.
It didn't fucking help at all, dude. I felt so sick. I started getting like the chills in a crowded venue, and like I'm trying to sell merch, and I'm like wearing like 2 hoodies, and I'm like everybody's sweating,
withdrawn as fuck, all sweaty, looking like you're coming off of fucking heroin or something like
right.
that.
I'm not looking good, pale as fuck. We go on stage, and like everything goes smoothly until the last song. And I missed a cue, and I just stood there like a deer in headlights for a second. We were supposed to be taking a video for our TikTok. We had a photographer there to do it, and it was just ruined in that moment. We came around, we circled back, and we finished the song strong, and it was fine. But it's a very funny like story to look back on, because like I was so fucking out of it. I felt like shit. Well, I didn't even get to hear Saosin. I laid in the back of the van for the rest of the night and just only went into Pacifico that I drank before.
Who was
the show.
singing for Saosin at the time? Was it
Cove?
Cove, yeah.
So it was like a year or so
like
ago.
Great. I still heard 7 years. So, I mean, it was from the band, but.
It's from the band. You're cool. Is it Saosin or is it Saosin? I've never heard the Saosin shit till like a week ago. Apparently, some people are saying Saosin.
I always
Probably
say Saosin.
Right?
And I'm also like, I'm like Team Cove. I always have been, man. That full length, like, I get the Anthony Green, and I actually like the Anthony Green full length also. But like, man,
Sugar Survive is supposed to be playing a show again.
They just announced it. They're playing it Louder Than Life in Kentucky. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's Saosin. Saosin is the original pronunciation, I'm being told here.
Is it really?
We've been doing it wrong this whole fucking time.
I'm not changing.
I mean, that's true. I am not. You can ask Ricky or anybody in this band or anybody in my life. I'm not a linguist. I'll mispronounce your name. I'll mispronounce your name, Robb.
I had.
Yeah.
I posted this clip where do you guys remember Spitalfield?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I thought it was Spitalfield because I never said it out loud. I never heard anyone. It's just a name I read, and we talked about it. And then, like, right after we posted this clip, Spitalfield followed us, and I'm like, oh, like, I'm sorry, like,
dude. There's all these bands like Spitalfield, pretty fucking solid, man. Like, vocals kind of remind me of John Bunch a little bit from like Sensefield, and like. What a great fucking band. But I always talk about it was like at a time where like you didn't get into a band unless you bought their CD.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, I'm sorry they're following you guys, but like, man, what a terrible name. And it was just like one of these things where like the name just like didn't make you want to be like, oh, I'm going to go buy that.
A lot of shit back then was judging because like no, yeah, you can hear everything. Everything's democratized, but like you're not really sinking into it the same way. But back then it was like, I got $10, $12 to buy a CD here. You need to really, it's like, and I don't know what I'm buying.
You know, another band that I didn't discover until like 4 years ago was Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, yeah.
God damn, dude. Their 2 records are unreal. The fact that band wasn't huge is like criminal. But like as a kid, I was like, well, that's not a good name. I'm going to go buy Taking Back Sunday because that's a good name. And
the name works on me. I can say all the words, not difficult.
Right.
Sounds like it has some meaning to it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But like, it's really weird. But man, Spitalfield, what a great band.
Ricky, are you in a cage there, brother? It looks like you're caged in. Is this math working? Matthew, Mr. Ellis, did you do this shit to him?
I got a new puppy. She's a freaking Yes, dude.
It looked like
She's
maybe you were caged in there. I wasn't sure if this was like a
No, yeah, they let me out
requirement or kink thing.
only to play shows.
We let him out for rehearsal and shows.
Yeah,
That's
for
it.
Rehearsals.
feedings and rehearsals and stuff. Okay, there we go. What is the Mount Rushmore of emo bands from Ohio?
Probably
Oh,
Hawthorne
man.
Heights.
I was gonna say because there's a big one that gets a lot of the credit because they mention the Ohio, but like, what are
Right,
the other
right.
three?
Man, is Brandtson in there? Brandtson's like probably no one even knows
Brandtson, wow.
Brandtson. They're like really old. They're on Deep Elm.
I was gonna say no. Yeah, the real heads know Brandtson. That's a
Yeah,
pull.
like, well, I'm 40.
Like, I'm a man. I'm 40. Come to me.
Man, I liked Brandtson a lot. I'm trying to think about bands Ohio that just like really. Oh well, man, like you got to go with. I don't know. Does Guided by Voices fall in there? Because they're like
Yeah.
one of the biggest bands ever from Ohio.
Yeah, I think we put Guided by Voices in there. I can live with that.
And I don't know if you have another poll, Ricky. Speaking of Hawthorne Heights, bro, they're playing a casino with Amberlynn and Emory in West Virginia heading down.
Yeah. My boy Ben is the booking agent for all three of those bands. I'm not surprised to hear that that's the lineup. Ben, you're triple dipping, dog.
It's like, dude, I don't want to go to a casino because I don't like to lose my money, but I was like, that sounds like a good time.
Once you start the casino circuit is sick. You guys, you gotta get on that casino circuit because they put you up with the rooms, and sometimes they just pay you in the chips and like the hotel chips, and like honestly, that means you can really get paid whatever you can win at that show.
Yeah, or they get all your money back.
All right, Rob, this one's for you, and if you know this, I'll be a little shocked, but also it's like a double turnaround. Do you remember Spare Change 00?
I remember I feel like I know the name Spare Change, but no.
So there was a Spare Change from San Diego.
Yes, that's why I know that. Yeah.
They were more of like a hot water music like vibe, and they were fucking killer. And then there was a Spare Change from like the Canton, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio area.
Okay, that's the one I don't know.
That got signed to Cargo Records when Cargo tried to like up launch again, like well after they bankrupted after Blink.
Wow.
So they became Spare Change 00. And man, they had some rippers.
I feel like Spare Change was big in San Diego during, I want to say, the Swindle era. That's the band I think of when I think of that era of San Diego. Spare Change. Oh,
so
of
like,
course it's.
I mean, maybe not Mount Rushmore. I mean, like when you're talking about Mount Rushmore, I mean, man, like Hawthorne Heights reached such great heights. Sorry, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, shout out
like
Benjamin Gibbard, ex-wife of Zoe Deschanel, another famous brunette.
I was like,
going to be the subject of a future song of yours, I imagine. Yeah.
I was like 2 words into that, and I was like, "This, I'm too far into this. I don't want to stop."
Yeah, you gotta commit to the bit.
But yeah, I mean, like, and then you go, and then I hate that because like that's all like Dayton bands. Because then you go Guided by Voices, Dayton band. There's another great Dayton band, Brainiac. There's Hit the Lights, came out of like kind of the Dayton scene too.
Hit the Lights are from there. I think they're friends of my friend Ricky. Okay,
they're kind of like Xenia, essentially like the Dayton scene and stuff. And
I think I assume they were like Chicago or California, maybe.
Yeah.
They kind of bit the California thing a little hard to the point that I'm thinking they're Californian.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that too when you're like, oh, California, like I mean, I miss like, dude, do you miss like the loud like pop punk shirts and shit? Like the
colorful one?
Yeah, like the 15 inks. Like
I stopped wearing shirts, graphic tees at the time because I was like I realized I was like, I'm gonna look back at photos of myself in 2008 and think I'm an asshole because I'm wearing this shirt with like a monster playing a Game Boy, and it says like Amur on it, and it's like I just for probably 5+ years I only wore black or white V-necks because of those shirts.
I'm kind of on that now. I thought you were just gonna say you just quit wearing shirts altogether.
No. That happened in my 30s. That's recent. I stopped. Yeah. In the summertime, I don't wear shirts. Blouseless.
So I guess
Rushmore, man.
where's your Mount Rushmore fall? Let's talk about like where's your Mount Rushmore fall emo
Of
Not just-
Ohio or in general emo?
I don't know. Make it quick. Both. Who's hosting this show?
Yeah, fuck, right? I was gonna say, I don't know. I don't have a grip on anything in my life. I can't grab at this thing on either end. If I'm doing California Mount Rushmore, I'm gonna do Southern California because California should be divided into multiple states, and I belong to Southern California. If I'm going with Southern California Mount Rushmore, I'm going Blink 182. Well, San Diego Mount Rushmore is Blink 182, Rocket from the Crypt, Weatherbox, and Pierce the Veil, solely off Success. If I'm going full Southern California, I'm going Blink 182, The Descendants, Bad Religion. If we count No Effects, I'm putting No Effects. If No Effects belongs to the Bay, we give them No Effects, and then I swap in Social Distortion in that spot. If we want to go more emo, then I go straight San Diego, and I'm going with like J. June. I'm going with Plot to Blow Up the Eiffel Tower. I'm going with a very young recent band, Aren't We Amphibians?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those kids rip. And last spot, straight emo. I'm gonna Weatherbox. I'm gonna put Weatherbox as well.
Man, I have a hard time with like emo when because like when I first heard emo, I guess the Get Up Kids kind of fell in there, and for one, I thought it was like the most hilarious term I'd ever heard in my life.
I was
like,
calling it emu for like the first year, like the fucking
I was
bird,
like,
yeah.
what are you talking about? But I was like, to me, emo is like Sunny Day Real Estate, Promise Ring, like all this shit, and everything else was kind of like pop punk.
Yeah.
But then pop punk kind of just like grabbed the moniker like emo because it was like pop punk started like slowing down.
That's the thing.
Like,
Yeah, in the
taking back-
early 2000s, it was pop, late 90s, mid 90s, pop punk. And then at some point, like 2003, 2004, the buzzword becomes emo. And it's like a
Right.
band like Fall Out Boy that have clear pop punk tendencies in the musically, but it's like it becomes emo to the point. I've had people argue on my videos before that All Time Low was an emo band because of their hair. Like,
my
like,
god!
and I'm just like, I'm not having. I'm too old to have this conversation. I'm not doing this.
So I had a pitch for you. So it's like Amazing Amanda, right?
Yeah.
So could we call her Amazing Amanda Propaganda for like her emo propaganda on the Fall Out Boy pitch?
Oh my god, yeah, that's fair.
I'm
Yeah,
strictly-
she's on that Joseph Gable shit, pushing their emo. Yeah.
I'm strictly pushing that because I want to start like a hip hop feud with her, which I think she'll win, but like
It'll help both sides though. Nas and Jay-Z
Right.
both did well. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to her. She's on PTO until next week, but I will be messaging her and letting her know, like, hey, by the way, we got a feud starting. Sorry.
right.
Heads
Just
up.
I like the Amanda propaganda.
I like that
drop.
too. I like
Yeah,
that too. Because I'm trying to get her to embrace. I came with this thing recently where it's like I'm the Carson Daly of DIY. She's the Ellen DeGeneres of the emo degenerates. But Ellen DeGeneres, there's some bad ties to it, and I want her to kind of embrace it. Like, yeah, like maybe I will psychologically fucking, I don't know. Embrace the good and the bad with Ellen, maybe. So yeah, the Amanda heel turn is maybe coming. Yeah, we'll see.
I like the idea of the heel turn. It's gonna take me a minute to recover from the Ellen DeGeneres. Drop.
Yeah, the Ellen DeGeneres of the emo degenerates. It rolls off the tongue. It's good. I have another interview in 8 minutes I gotta do. One last question.
Yep.
What's on the horizon for what's your guys' plan for the rest of 2026? What can these people expect?
Yeah, jump in on it, Ricky.
Yeah, we've got this 4-song EP's dropping periodically, a single at a time. Throughout this year, we've got some shows coming up. We're going to be playing out in Illinois. We've got a show in West Virginia. We've got some local shows we're going to be playing. Really just getting out. It's going to be the first time we played any of this new music. 2 of the songs
yeah.
are re-releases. The first, like 2 of the ones that we re-released were on that first EP that Ellis touched on earlier. That was just our low budget first one that we ever recorded, and we felt like they were good enough songs that they had to be done the right way and released into the world in the way that we heard them. So we're excited to get out and just play, the new stuff. Just spend more time on the road and get to see some new areas, and we're excited for this year, man. It's gonna be great.
Fuck yeah. And where can these people find you on the internet?
Ellis knows
All
that
of our
one.
Yeah, all of our socials, Surrender the Ghost everywhere. I mean, even on the Google, I think we're the first thing that came up. My plans for 2026
SEO.
is to break the band up.
Hell yeah.
So
We got a
I
feud
wanna-
going on.
yeah, no, I want to do that Hilary Duff thing we were talking about. I want to pull away and then like
Yeah. You guys got to McRib it real hard. If you guys
yeah, I
just
want to
if you disappear for 7 years or so, 8 years, you come back, you might sell out the forum twice.
yeah.
We did that. And nobody cared, dude.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, all of our socials, Surrender the Ghost. We try to stay pretty active. We try to communicate a lot. We try to have a lot of fun. Instagram's a great place to communicate with us. And yeah, all the things.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Thank you guys for joining me.
Bro,
Thank you,
that
man.
was a
Thanks for having us,
blast. Thank
bro.
you.
Love you guys.
Dude.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kids Anonymous. Check it out, you did.